Welcome back, everyone. I'm Lupinefiasco. This is Daily Fab Gameplay, and today I'm going to give you a preview of my channel over the next few weeks. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing. It's the best free way to support me and to make sure that you see every new episode of Daily Fab Gameplay in your video feed. You can find a link to my Fabry deck lists in the video description below, and you'll also find a link to my Patreon. Subscribers at the Arc Lightning tier and higher will get access to my matchup guides for all my decks forever. Want to tighten and optimize your gameplay in real life? Use my affiliate link in the video description to buy your very own Codex journal, and be sure to use code LUPINE10, that's LUPINE10, at checkout to receive 10% off your order. Finally, Daily Fab Gameplay is brought to you in part by Hemel from The Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Pre-order High Seas set bundles now and pre-order singles after spoiler season ends. Pre-orders are available to ship internationally or for in-person pickup at US Nationals in Vegas. Message Hemel on Blue Sky, Discord, email, or Twitter to see what he can do for you. Now, let's talk about Daily Fab Gameplay. At the time I'm recording this, the world premiere hasn't happened yet, but by the time you're recording this, it definitely has started, and hopefully by now we know most, if not all, of the cards in High Seas, and we can start actually building out Marlin, Puffin, and Gravy in full. So I have, as you know, been uploading Arachne Slipped Through the Cracks gameplay over the last few weeks. The open format queue on Talishar has been buzzing, and I've more or less been avoiding it just because the full set isn't revealed. It's impossible to really cook any of these new heroes while we only have half of their cards, and especially when we're missing so many commons that probably glue the decks together. But now that the set is out in full, we can actually start cooking and brewing and testing. So starting Monday, I will have High Seas gameplay for you, and I'm going to be doing it using Marlin and Puffin. Those are the two heroes that I'm really testing for US Nationals. We have Slippy in the back pocket, but I know Slippy at least somewhat well by now. I'm familiar with the hero compared to Marlin and Puffin, who, based on whatever commons we might get, could be totally different than what I've been experimenting with up until now. So I'll be uploading Marlin and Puffin gameplay for all of you, and hopefully that's something that you'll all enjoy. The release of a new set is always exciting, but I'm not going to be doing it using my deck lists. Unlike previous competitive seasons, Team Metal Fab Tokens is really serious about High Seas moving forward. The team is really buzzing, and I'm a member of the team. I enjoy being a part of it. I don't want to give away team secrets. So it would not feel right for me to play the lists that we're all working on internally, but that doesn't mean that you're getting just the chaff. I will be grabbing public deck lists from Fabry and playing with those, and that's going to be Death Dealer, New Horizon Marlin, Cannon Marlin, Puffin, whatever builds are available for her. And what is nice about taking public deck lists from Talishar, from Fabry, is that I'll be able to give those to you in the description of all of my videos so that you can follow along. And that's just up through Nationals. We've got this coming week and then the next week after Nationals is done, and we know what the more optimal builds of all of the new heroes look like. I should be able to share what I've been working on internally. I can at least iterate on team decks and feel good about sharing those and not feel like I'm doing a disservice to my teammates. It also means that I'm putting up less half-baked deck lists and matchup guides that you might be tempted to go over to my Patreon and subscribe to me for. I really don't want to keep uploading these decks that then fall by the wayside, your Jarls and Phis and Syndras. It doesn't feel good for me to be asking all of you for money to get a matchup guide that won't be uploaded past the point that I actually complete it the first time. I want to give Marlin and Puffin, Slippy, whoever else room to breathe to determine if this is really a hero that I want to stick with in the long term. so that you know that you are getting your money's worth. I'm actually going to post a matchup guide for it. So that's what we've got coming over the next 2 weeks. The second week leading up to Nationals specifically, I will be in Vegas. And unlike for the Pro Tour trip, I'm going to upload some content during that week. I'm not going to leave you all without content for a week again. Based on my Patreon numbers, that was a rather unpopular decision. But those will be pre-recorded, so just know that if anything drastic happens over the course of that week, and I don't comment on it, well, that would be why, because those videos were recorded days, weeks ahead of time. And is there anything else that I really want to cover? Post-Nationals, we'll be getting into more serious gameplay with Marlon and Puffin and whoever else. Covered what's leading up to US Nationals. I'll repeat this when we get closer to US Nats, but I'll be there in Vegas, and if you see me at the venue, please come up and say hi. Always nice to meet people who watch the channel. Many of you who have come up to me in the past know I got you into KO or Phi or Aurora or whoever else. I just really like hearing that. It's really nice to know that people are actually out there watching these videos, and I'm not just speaking into a void. That was the original intent of my channel, but since then I enjoy the community that I built. So if you do see me, come up and say hi. Love to meet people. If I'm sprinting, full sprinting to the bathroom after a round has ended, you think that maybe I'm in a bit of a rush, come find me later in the weekend. But yeah, I'm going to be in Vegas. Would love to meet people and definitely, hear how you're all doing at the event. So that was really it for the update here. It was not a big one, just wanted to let you all know what my plans are. Marlon Puffin, Fabry, public deck lists until after Nats, when I can share things that I've been working on internally, and posting content all throughout the week leading up to Nats, and then, of course, in the weeks following. So, yeah, thank you for being here. Looking forward to exploring these new heroes with all of you. I hope you enjoyed the world premiere. By the time that you're watching this, it will have happened. I hope that there are enough new cards that we can really cook some good Marlon, Puffin, gravy decks, and whichever other heroes, Ranger, Azalea, Dash, get support from the set. So catch me next week when I will be showcasing the new High Seas heroes, and until then, take care.